Two-in-one laptops used to feel like a compromise, not quite as powerful as a real laptop and not as portable as a tablet. But in 2025, that has changed. The latest models are thinner, faster, and far more polished to the point where they're no longer a gimmick, they're genuinely versatile machines. Whether you want a laptop that doubles as a sketchbook, a tablet that can actually replace your computer, or just something flexible enough to handle school, work, and Netflix, there's a two-in-one built for you. In this video, I'm breaking down the top 5 two-in-one laptops of 2025. Let's start with a great entry-level option by Lenovo. Think of the Flex 5i as the Honda Civic of the two-in-one world. Not flashy, not the fastest, but dependable, affordable, and surprisingly sturdy. This is Lenovo's budget-friendly convertible, often available for under $500 depending on sales. The build is solid, plastic and aluminum mixed in a way that doesn't feel cheap, and the 360-degree hinge feels reassuring, not wobbly. Day to day, you're getting a 14-inch touchscreen that's good enough for Netflix or note-taking, though it won't blow you away with color accuracy or brightness. Performance is perfectly fine for students and everyday workers. With Intel's latest Core Ultra U-series processors, opening tabs, running Zoom calls, and typing essays feels snappy. Just don't expect to do 4K video edits or heavy gaming. This is not that laptop. One thing I appreciate is the keyboard. Lenovo doesn't skimp here, it's comfortable and quiet, which matters when you're clacking away in a library and trying not to make enemies. Battery life is decent, usually enough for a workday if you're not blasting brightness, and Lenovo's rapid charge is genuinely useful. You can get a couple hours of use from a short break at the coffee shop. Where does it fall short? Well, it's a bit heavier than premium rivals, the screen is more fine than infantastic, and you'll be relying on integrated graphics only, but that's the trade-off. For a great price, you're getting a flexible, reliable machine that flips into tablet or tent mode when you need it, and a laptop that just works when you don't. If you're a student or someone who just wants a do-it-all device without torching your bank account, the Flex 5i is a safe bet. If the Lenovo Flex 5i is the Honda Civic, the HP Envy 2-in-1 is more like a Toyota Camry with leather seats. It is still practical, still affordable in the grand scheme of laptops, but now you're getting a more polished experience. The Envy line has quietly been one of HP's most reliable performers for years, and the latest Envy 2-in-1 continues that trend. It usually comes in a 14-inch size, and right away you'll notice the upgrade in build quality. The chassis feels sleeker, the hinge rotates more smoothly, and if you spring for the OLED display option, you get a screen that actually makes Netflix or Photoshop look really good. Deep blacks, punchy colors, and that almost glass-like clarity. It's a serious upgrade over the Flex. HP also leans into the hybrid lifestyle with this one. The webcam is a surprisingly high-quality 5-megapixel unit with infrared for Windows Hello login. In other words, your video calls won't look like they were filmed with a potato. The microphone setup is equally strong, so you won't sound like you're trapped inside a tin can. For students and remote workers, that actually makes a big difference. Performance is exactly what you'd expect from the new Intel Core Ultra processors, fast enough for most creative work, and multitasking feels smooth. You can edit photos, run multiple apps, and juggle tabs without breaking a sweat. It is still integrated graphics, so again, not a gaming machine, but it handles almost everything else with ease. Battery life depends on the screen you pick. Go for the OLED, and you trade some endurance for beauty. Stick with the IPS version and you'll squeeze out longer work sessions. Either way, HP includes their fast charge tech, so even if you do run it down, topping back up doesn't take long. And here's the part that might matter more than you think: the ports. Unlike some sleek laptops that only give you a couple of USB-C slots and call it a day, the Envy actually has a useful mix. USB-A, USB-C, and HDMI. That means no living in dongle land every time you want to plug in a monitor or a thumb drive. Who is this laptop for? It is for the student or professional who wants something more premium than the Flex, but without paying Yoga or Surface Pro prices. The Envy is that sweet spot where you get style, performance, and practicality all without feeling like you overpaid. Now, if the Flex was the Civic and the Envy was the Camry, the Microsoft Surface Pro is more like a Tesla. It is sleek, futuristic, and people always seem to ask, wait, is that really your laptop? The Surface Pro has always been the poster child for what a two-in-one can be, and the latest edition pushes that even further. Instead of Intel, Microsoft now ships most Surface Pro models with Qualcomm's Snapdragon X processors. Translation: this thing is incredibly efficient. It runs quietly, it stays cool, and the battery life is finally the kind of all-day claim that actually holds up. We're talking serious endurance, especially if you pick the OLED model and keep brightness at a sane level. But the Surface Pro is not your average laptop. It's really a tablet first. Out of the box, it is a thin slab with a gorgeous high-resolution display, a built-in kickstand, and not much else. To make it a laptop, you need the Surface Pro Flex keyboard, which of course costs extra. And if you want the slim pen for sketching or note-taking, that's another accessory. So yes, this device starts at a decent price on paper, but by the time you kit it out properly, you are deep into premium territory. Still, there's a reason people swear by it. The typing experience on the detachable keyboard is better than it looks. The slim pen has low latency that makes digital writing feel natural, and the portability is unmatched. You can take it to a meeting, a lecture, or a coffee shop, and it just feels lighter and easier to manage than a traditional convertible. Where it falls short is power-hungry apps. The Snapdragon chips are great for efficiency, but heavy-duty creative workloads or gaming can still hit a wall. It's a fantastic note-taker, a dream for travelers, and an excellent daily driver for web, office, and streaming. But if your life revolves around Blender renders or 4K video editing, this is not your machine. The Surface Pro is really for people who love the idea of a tablet that can become a laptop when needed. If you mostly want a laptop that can occasionally flip into a tablet, you'll probably be happier with something like the Envy or the Yoga 9i. But if you want the ultimate tablet-first 2-in-1, the Surface Pro still owns that crown. If the Surface Pro is the Tesla of 2-in-1s, then the HP Omnibook 7 Flip is more like a luxury SUV. It is still practical, still versatile, but it comes with a bigger frame and a sense of, I can handle anything you throw at me. The Omnibook line is HP's latest refresh, and the 7 Flip is designed to feel premium without being delicate. Right away, you notice the size options. It comes in larger displays, including a 16-inch version. That means more room for multitasking, spreadsheets, or just watching Netflix without squinting. Pair that with the OLED screen option, and you've got colors and contrast that make everything look cinematic. Performance is handled by Intel's latest Core Ultra processors, which are plenty capable for productivity and light creative work. Multitasking feels smooth, and even light video editing is comfortable here. You are not buying this for heavy gaming, but as a professional daily driver, it feels fast and responsive. The real differentiator is practicality. Unlike super slim machines that make you live life through a dongle, the Omnibook still gives you real ports, HDMI, Thunderbolt 4, and USB-A. That makes it a favorite for people who actually plug things in. Also, the keyboard is roomy and satisfying to type on, and the hinge feels stable, even on the larger model, which is no small feat when you're flipping around a 16-inch screen. Of course, size has its trade-offs. The larger version is heavier, so while you can flip it into tablet mode, you probably will not hold it one-handed for long unless you also moonlight as a personal trainer. Battery life is solid, but varies a lot depending on whether you go for OLED or standard display, and whether you stick with the smaller or larger size. The Omnibook 7 Flip is really for the power user who still wants versatility. If you need ports, a bigger display, and a strong all-around machine for work that can also bend into tent or tablet mode, this is it. It is not the flashiest, but it feels dependable and grown up, almost like HP designed it for people who love the idea of a 2-in-1 but still need a real laptop at heart. If the HP Omnibook 7 Flip is the luxury SUV, then the Lenovo Yoga 9i is the sports car, sleek, polished, and designed to make you say, wow, the moment you flip it open. This is Lenovo's premium convertible, and it shows. The Yoga 9i comes with a gorgeous 14-inch OLED display that can hit up to 120 Hz, which means everything looks sharp, fluid, and colorful, whether you are editing photos, binging your favorite show, or just scrolling through notes. Pair that with the polished aluminum body and rounded edges, and it feels less like a laptop and more like a piece of high-end tech jewelry. Performance is handled by Intel's Core Ultra chips, and here they're paired with enough memory and storage to keep creative work running smoothly. You can comfortably edit photos, manage video projects, or multitask like crazy without much slowdown. It's not a workstation powerhouse, but for a slim convertible, it gets impressively close. One of the Yoga's signature features is the rotating soundbar hinge. It might sound like a gimmick, but it's not. No matter which orientation you use, the speakers stay aimed toward you. The result? Sound that's fuller and richer than you'd expect from a thin 2-in-1. Watching movies on this thing actually feels cinematic, especially with that OLED display backing it up. Battery life is solid, providing a full day of work and play. And like many premium laptops, the memory is soldered in, so you'll want to buy the configuration you actually need up front. And that's our roundup of the best 2-in-1 laptops in 2025. Hopefully this gave you a clearer picture of which one actually fits your needs. If you found this helpful, give the video a like and hit subscribe so you do not miss future reviews and comparisons. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next one.